everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on ESPN.
All right. Dan Bailey's got it teed up, and here we go now from Arlington at AT&T Stadium. This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Well, hand it off to Kelly. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go!
Looking to throw. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll look to throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long.
Here we go!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Incomplete. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Let's go!
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And tough starting field position here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. The give to Lane, the up man. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A give. This is Kelly trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Red zone opportunity. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback. That has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll set up a throw. And some room to run now. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. 3rd and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Brandon, this is why play callers get the big bucks. This wasn't a 4th and inches call. You get into situations like 4th and 3, 4th and 4. You got a tough decision to make. Very gutsy play here, and they pick up the first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 3-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They'll look to throw here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Let's go! Green!
He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they get the field goal, but partner, that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Hurry up, here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Washington. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, a nice spin. And he'll be knocked down sideways right on the 30-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. Now a handoff here to his running back. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The Redskins on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a second down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
To throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll drop to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go.
Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he fields it cleanly. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here we go. Green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They're going to look to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Both teams have arguably played well enough to be leading at this point, but you see the score and realize this one may very well come down to the wire. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Redskins lined up at the 38. Offensive line won't be able to hold up here. This will go as a loss of 5. Redskins have it midway through 1. Defense will get to the quarterback here. This will go for a loss of 7. Now 1st and 10, Kelly's able to get clear of everybody. And this run goes for a touchdown. The Redskins is up now by 7.
Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go now.
Now they try the right side here. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Play clock winding down. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to 1st. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure that you just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Handoff as they run the counter play. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about.
Pass interference. Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know they're going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Redskins on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. This is Kelly. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll go again with Kelly. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins are going to take the lead. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that third touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Throw left side complete. It's Fisher. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. Over the middle, complete. That's Romero. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses. It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover. This time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
Let's go! Green 39!
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a third and about 13. The Cowboys on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is going to be third and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage play.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Taken from just outside the 30.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
23 yards on the play. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Now the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Pressure, Redskins get there. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
4th quarter, holding on to a lead, fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage. Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. As of now, it's the Jaguars who have the lead in that game. A win would be their first of the young season. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fisher. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Hot blue.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Second down now after the pass completion.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a handoff looking right. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're running back...
And he will go down, a Cowboys sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here as he's taken down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback. And that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He's back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Into the Redskins. Have it they do.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go. 190.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Here we go. 38.
Kelly on the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. On third down, Kelly. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A good pick up there at 20 yards. He'll look to throw, and this is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Romero. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go. Green 39.
Back to throw. That is caught inside the 5. That he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now a toss going left. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. They are on to the fourth quarter in Jacksonville. And it was the Colts emerging victorious. A win would be their first of the young season. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. He'll drop to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll set up a throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Dallas, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.